Welcome to our training today. We are talking about employee engagement. It's a continued conversation. We've been on this for a few weeks now. It's amazing how every time we talk to someone about employee engagement, the conversation gets better. We are being asked to have more conversations about this. Employee engagement is a wide subject, but it's so important that we have to continue talking about it. Today, we are going to talk about the benefits of employee engagement, and I believe you know what they are. I just hope that the conversation is going to trigger something in you to continue enhancing employee engagement, or at least kick off something within your company that's going to improve your employee engagement. There are so many benefits for your employees, for you as a leader, and also for the organization, and I believe beyond that for the industry that you are in. I just want you to imagine with me for a second that you are walking into a workplace that's buzzing with energy, creativity, and enthusiasm. Picture a team that's so committed and so motivated that their productivity soars, their innovation flourishes, and their customer satisfaction reaches new levels. This is the reality of many businesses out there that prioritize employee engagement. And today I want us to dive into the transformative benefits of employee engagement in your company and in all the organizations that you have a chance to impact, and how it can propel your organization to new levels of success, whichever way you measure success. I have been a beneficiary of great employee engagement in one of the companies that I worked in, from the basic aspects of your boss saying hi to you or calling to check on you, or your employees doing something special for you. So let's get to the benefits. The 7 core benefits of employee engagement. Number 1 is increased productivity. Engaged employees are not just workers. They are what we call passionate contributors to your mission. They are contributors to your goals. They are contributors to the course that you are on. And their deep commitment and motivation can lead to remarkable increases in productivity, and that's going to drive your organization forward with what we can term as unparalleled momentum. You need that momentum. One of my mentors likes to say that when you have momentum, you look better than you are. When you don't have momentum, you look worse than you are. And basically, in your case and my case as leaders, what that means is that when our teams are doing very well, when we are fully staffed and our people show up on time and they get their job done, and we have less and less conflicts, or maybe no conflicts at all, and we are getting good results and we are celebrating at the end of the week, then we look better than we are. When our boss or boss's boss or the CEO, senior leaders, or the board looks at our performance, they go like, oh my God, Isaac is killing it. It's because we have momentum. When we have momentum, we look better than we are. And just imagine, for some reason, someone quits, or someone gets sick, or someone calls in, or your team is just not doing well. In that case, performance tanks. In that case, morale is down. In that case, you are likely to get overworked because you are trying to step in and fill in the void. In that moment in time, if anyone walks in and looks at your team and the results, they are likely to look at you and conclude that you are not a good leader. So when you don't have momentum, you look worse than you are. So when you have employee engagement going on for you, you are likely to experience increased productivity, and that's a good thing for you. Benefit number 2 is improved retention rates. I don't know about you, but the last, I would say, 4 to 4.5 years, companies have been struggling to attract and retain good talent. And I mean people that can show up to work, people that are willing to get the job done, people that are willing to stick with it even when it gets tough. Many organizations have been struggling. I believe in 2020, 2021, in the middle of COVID, there was a lot of talk about mass resignation, and then there was quiet quitting. And now we are talking about active and intentional quitting. I mean, we keep on changing these terms. Now, there's something behind all those terms, and basically is the people. The people are making decisions. They are making decisions to stay with your team. They are making decisions to leave your team. They are making decisions to stay within your company or leave your company. They are making decisions to stay in the industry that they have been for 10 plus years, or leaving that industry altogether. Now, we don't know why, and that's why organizations do, and they have done this for years, exit interviews. But nowadays, most of the HR professionals and CEOs are very intentional on doing exit interviews. I was looking at a LinkedIn post that was made by one of the professionals I really respect. Her name is Katie, and she was teaching leaders in an association on how to be intentional, not just to wait until you do an exit interview, how to do what she calls stay interviews. How to do stay interviews. I mean, how cool is that? And I happen to be aware of what's happening within the organization that she leads, their people and culture department, and it's yielding results. And I don't know how, I'm not an expert in stay interviews. Being able to improve your attraction and retention rates, going to help you big time. And that can be a big benefit of employee engagement. The third benefit is enhanced creativity and innovation. From experience and talking to people, I know when you are not stressed out or when you are relaxed, you are likely to be more creative. You are likely to be more innovative. The world is moving fast and it's affecting every organization, irrespective of your industry. If you don't innovate as a leader, if you don't become a better leader, a more approachable leader, a more communicative leader, a more professional leader, then you are going to become irrelevant. If you don't innovate yourself, then there's no way to help your team innovate and become more creative. And if your team is not innovative and creative, there's no way your company is going to be innovative and creative. It happens in that order. You have to be innovative and creative yourself as a leader. You have to help your team to become more innovative and more creative. That's the only way you can help your company to become more innovative and creative. So enhanced creativity and innovation is another big benefit of employee engagement. Number 4 is exceptional customer service. In the business world, we work so hard to bring in new clients, to bring in new customers, to win people's business. Again, depending on the size of the organization that you work with, there are usually 5 to 6 major departments in any company. We have the marketing department, which is all about putting the message out there to talk about who you are, what you are all about, and what you believe in, and the products, the services that you offer. If they raise their hands, they say, I'm interested in your services and products, then you take them through a sales process. And that takes us to the sales department. They say, yes, I'm going to buy your product or I'm going to be involved with your services. And now we move them from sales to the service department or the manufacturing or production department. We service the customer, and then from there to customer service, from customer service, admin, and finance. But when you come back to customer service is the bedrock of business sustenance. For you to have stability in your company, you have to have customer retention. And customer retention primarily gets impacted by the customer service that you provide. And customer service gets impacted by the people behind the customer service. And the people behind the customer service are your team members. Now, those team members, if they are engaged, you can imagine how incredible the customer service is going to be. So it all starts with the people behind the customer service. If they are engaged, they are likely to engage the customers in a positive way. The customers are likely to feel good, feel like they belong, feel like they are cared for, feel like they are not just a number. The next benefit is boosted employee morale. And this is tied to the inspiration and the motivation that we give our employees. When morale is high, that means as soon as they walk into the office or log into their computers or they get onto a meeting, whether in person or virtual meeting, they feel like this is my home. I can identify with the company. I can identify with my team. In fact, I was talking to a business owner yesterday. I took my daughter to a birthday party that she was invited to by one of her classmates. And there were several parents there. I got a chance to have a conversation with a business owner, big time business owner, has 2 businesses in the distribution world. And he told me that he has never gone through any formal training when it comes to business. He has never had any certifications when it comes to leadership, management, communication. But the stuff he shared with me was so incredible. He told me how he has given his managers ownership to make decisions on their own. And he told me sometimes some of them come to him and they say, hey, what do you think about this? And according to him, these are basic decisions. So he's working every single day to empower them, to train them, to show them that it's okay to make that decision. It might be the wrong decision. So long as you are not jeopardizing the business, it's okay to make that decision. So you can imagine this business owner Whenever they exercise that, the managers feel good about themselves. They are likely to have a different posture, a different outlook about the business. They are likely to stay, and then they go lead their team members. So you can imagine some of the conversations they are likely to have. They are likely to talk about the main leader, in this case, the CEO, and how cool he is and how he is not so controlling. So whenever you give people that freedom, whenever you create that environment, the employee morale is likely to go up. People act based on how they feel about things and how they feel about their leaders and how they feel about people. So when they feel good about you as a leader, they are likely to act positively, in this case, doing their job that they have been hired to do, and they are likely to be more productive. When they feel good about themselves, they'll look forward to be back tomorrow. So boosted employee morale is one of the big benefits of employee engagement. Benefit number 6 is healthier work culture. The organizations that I've had a chance to work with, and more so the leaders that I've had the opportunity to hang around and work with them, are working really hard day after day to build a culture of efficiency, a culture of productivity, a culture of accountability, a culture of caring, a culture of delivering results. And when you talk about a healthier culture, it ties to having an environment where people feel like they are special, where they feel like they are making a contribution, a place where they feel like they belong and they are accepted for who they are. I was reading an email today by one of the chief human resource directors for a major multinational company. And it's an invitation to go to their company, and they are having a panel. They're having a panel of experts, and they'll be discussing about well-being in the workplace. And this panel is going to be led by a professional that I know. She's an expert in employee well-being. And she's one of the pioneers, by the way, as much as I know, about really modern well-being programs that you can implement in your company. And when you think about a company like that, it's a big company, bringing an expert and other panelists, and then inviting professionals like me to come and sit in the audience and potentially ask some questions and also learn so I can share those ideas with my clients. There's an investment of time and resources to do this. There's no company out there, for-profit or non-profit, that doesn't want to get a return on their investment. If they invest time, they want to get some time back. If they invest some money into a program, they want to get 10 or 20 times or sometimes 100 times return on their investment. So having a healthier work culture is going to pay off. Let me just say that. It's going to pay off big time. You'll get a return on your investment. You're going to attract and retain employees. The morale is going to go up. Productivity is going to go up. You're going to deliver good results. And beyond that, you'll have a stable company. You'll have a company that can compete in the marketplace consistently because there's a strong foundation, and in this case, an engaged workforce. Benefit number 7 is increased profitability. Whenever we talk about profitability, some people in the nonprofit world tend to lean back and they say, no, we don't really lead with the money. We don't lead with the profits. We don't lead with the bottom line and all those things that you guys talk about, the EBITDA and cash flow and all that. It's okay if that's how you feel about all the terms we use, but the bottom line is about how much you keep after the expenses. But even when you go to the nonprofit world, they seek donations. They ask people to donate to their nonprofit. They ask people to be monthly donors or annual donors. So whenever you get the donations and you deduct all your expenses, whether it's the rental for the hall or the DJ that you brought in, the food, any expense that goes into these events, you want to remain with a good chunk of money. So we are always looking at that. How much of that can we keep? And I know because I'm in the board of several nonprofits, we look at that number. Every time we do an annual fundraiser, we want to ask how much did we keep after the expenses. So increased profitability is going to be a big benefit that you will draw from engaged employees. Those are the 7 core benefits of engaging your employees. I hope this was helpful. And as always, I wish you all the best. Get out there, engage your employees. And if you need any help, just feel free to reach out to us at dynamomethods.com, or you can go to social media, send a message, and we'll be happy to help you. All the best, and I'll see you in the next video.